Okay, people of the world, let me talk to you about this one aspect here that has really been fucking our shit up this past week. It's been a little bit intense. So today is Sunday, July 20th, and this aspect here, we have the South Node and Mars that are conjunct. So as you can see, it's conjunct right now. Today, the aspect is conjunct. They're at 19 degrees, both of them together. So a lot of times you can feel the actual aspect before it takes place. Like you can feel this transit this past week. The build up to it a lot of times is more intense than the actual conjunction, than when the aspect is exact, which is today. So basically you might have felt this energy more this past week, as each day passed, Monday, till now, it got a little bit stronger, a little bit heavier, a little bit more intense, this aspect here. So let's talk about that energy and what you could have been experiencing. So you could still be in this energy now, but it was especially potent these following few days. And so with this aspect here, it's basically like being bombarded with things from the past. Like this past week, there could have been so many things that were brought up into our awareness, especially as Mercury has gone retrograde. And so that in and of itself is bringing things up from the past people, memories, connections, situations, places, just things from the past are brought up into our awareness during retrograde moments to review things, to revise things, to reflect on what has passed, what has happened. And so along with that aspect, and then this one here, the South Node and Mars, the South Node being connected to the past, literally past lifetimes, earlier in this lifetime, all the things that we are collectively working to release and to move away from, right? That's what the South Node represents. It's in this position for another like half of a year. So we're moving through it right now with the South Node in Virgo, and we are learning to let go, to release the lower energies of this aspect of the South Node in Virgo. And so that can look like letting go of worries, of anxiety, of stress. That the low road of Virgo is like very anxious. It wants to control everything. It's very detail oriented, right? Which can serve that sign, or it can be a hindrance to them. They can be the perfectionist, and they can not want to start anything until they feel like it's perfect, and nothing is ever perfect. So then they can just keep procrastinating and putting things off and just get caught in this kind of mental loops of like ruminating and worrying and stressing and thinking about all of the possibilities and different scenarios and things that can go wrong. So that is what we are actively releasing. And we are all collectively moving towards the North Node here in Pisces, which is about trust, surrender, letting go, going with the flow. Pisces is a water sign. It's more fluid. It's not needing to have all of the answers and know exactly how it's going to play out. It's trusting in something greater. And so collectively, this is the energy that we're all moving towards, throughout the rest of this year. We're working on embracing this North Node in Pisces. But this past week, the South Node here was really highlighted with Mars activating it, and it's still there. It's conjunct right now. So it's today, it's through the weekend. Even this coming week, the energy can still be alive. It'll slowly start to soften and to dissipate. But it just could have brought up a lot of things from the past. So maybe thinking of situations, of people, of things that need our attention, things that we need to revisit, something that it was like left unfinished or not complete, or maybe there's more healing to be done in a certain area, but it just could have really had us hyper focused on things that have already happened and situations from the past, people from the past, all of that kind of being brought up to the surface at this time. And so there definitely could have been some sadness that came up with that, right? Mars is the planet of war. It's aggression. It can feel irritating and aggravating. And so the things that were brought up to the surface, there could have been, sadness and grief that came along with that needed our attention. And along with this aspect, it is making a not such a fun one here to Venus. So relationships, thinking about relationship situations from the past, just kind of reviewing how that's like affected our life. That could be coming up to the surface. It's a little bit of a challenging aspect here. And then again, with Mercury that has gone retrograde, there is just, along with all of this energy, there's this focus on how we express ourselves, you know, our creative expression. And so maybe we're looking back to the past and seeing the ways that we've, you know, expressed ourselves and shared our truth throughout our lives, and kind of the point that we're at right now and what it is that we want to share. Like, what is our authentic truth and expression? And that is what we're currently reviewing with this Mercury retrograde, where we just started this retrograde. So we've got some time to review these themes, but we are reviewing the Leo area of our life, of our chart, with this retrograde. So as always, it's good to understand where this is happening in your chart. You know, where is 19 degrees of Virgo in your chart? Where is this review from the past? Where is that showing up in your chart? Where is Mercury happening in your chart? Like, working with the planets in a personal way and understanding how it is affecting your chart and impacting your life right now. And so, as always, there's many layers to what is currently happening. This is just one of the really powerful aspects that we have that was happening this past week, is alive right now, and will continue to kind of dissipate throughout the coming days. But if you just are having like a hyper fixation and kind of focus on situations from the past, maybe how you've done things in the past, that could all be coming up to the surface. It's right on time, and it's things that need our attention and need, you know, more awareness and more healing around these certain subjects. So I hope this is helpful and supports you in working with the current energy. As always, I'm available for readings. You can reach out here or my website and book a one-on-one reading with me. So happy Sunday, and everybody enjoy the last few days of Cancer season. A few more days here, and then the sun will shift into Leo and will be a very different energy than what we experienced during Cancer season.